got yourself something funky.
Double funky, in fact, because it's not just me, there's him too.
Hello there.
Hello there. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to put you over that side and me over that side.
Oh, okay. Nice. 1 second. Let me change things up a little bit more then.
You know what the problem is? I've got that much stuff covering my lights. There's no point in putting them on anymore.
What we got?
And yes, that was a box of chocolates.
It's mine.
Even Kevin, dude.
My chocolate.
No, that was the wrong thing. 1 second.
Oh, you're not telling me that you was lying.
Even Stu. I can't see who Facebook user is, but he says,
There we go. That's better.
hello, everybody, and we've now got Coran in Australia.
Hello there.
G'day, mate.
You wanted to switch things up a little bit.
Scog's said hello.
I figured this was the way to do it.
Jonathan Scog's side, the space climber. Scog's
I'm probably not going to stay this way.
No, I don't think we should.
It's pretty awkward for you to see the sources like this.
It's also because I've already had one too many beers and a little bit too much curry. That's better.
Why is Coran upside down?
Because I can.
Because he can.
You're broken it.
Digital wizardry.
Yes, very much digital wizardry. Sadly, I don't have a little wizard hat I could put on.
I
mean, I could set one up for next week, but that's a bit of a while.
Well, we could possibly see the wizard for next week.
Yeah,
might have to
probably
get a
good
name for it.
Read. I think you might have some interest in what I'm showing off today.
Go on then, what have you got? We've got to ask.
Well, I did tell you last week, but I got something else to show you first. I found these throughout the week. And
hot cross buns.
Yeah, they're nice, ordinary hot cross buns, right?
Apart from you've already cut them on.
And suddenly they smell like caramelized onion. Because what these actually are masala and chili hot cross buns. Let me check what the exact labeling says. I don't have the packaging on me anymore. But these are from the Co-op, and yeah, they smell very savory. They're theoretically Indian spices, jalapeno, and onion, and still got the raisins, though, which is the really weird part.
Don't think you're going to convince me on these, mate.
I'm going to try them, see what they're like.
Yeah. Evening, Katie. Evening, Angus.
Yeah, they're a little weird.
Yeah, I thought they might.
The onion is nice.
What's he doing?
And the raisin's not bad with the spices. But the onion and the raisin together, I'm not convinced.
Adele, shh. She's got a little bit of lag and delay compared to what we've got, and she's just seen what you're actually eating, and that was the response she had.
So, then we have the toasted ones, which I've buttered. Hopefully those make a little more sense. If you've not been listening, Adele, that's your problem.
Yeah. Now, there's something about those that are saying they should have had a bit of melted cheese on the top, but then they might have worked a bit better.
Yeah, a little bit of melted cheese would be very nice with them, but I just want to try them as they were and then toasted with butter. I like how Adele's telling me to butter them the moment I show you them buttered.
She's got a delay.
Yeah, but a perfectly timed delay, you know?
It's all right.
That looks as though that's going down a lot better than the first one.
Yeah, the onion's a bit less obvious in this piece.
And these were from Sainsbury's, yeah?
No, from the Co-op.
Co-op.
They're definitely better toasted and buttered.
Adele's now telling me that we don't have a co-op, but I know we could find one if we wanted to.
Don't do all misses now. On our co-ops.
Yeah, I don't know if these are a reason to track down a co-op, but they were interesting.
Well, that one looks to have been quite nice,
I'm
really.
going to give them that.
To be fair, the way you
Right.
ploughed through that one actually does look as though it's been quite nice.
Well, that was our starter. Should we get on to the main event? What I've got today is a bunch of stuff from Kevin Tilley, also known as Melvin Willy.
Oh,
It's
yes.
Willy's Wonder Juice. He sent me a package in the mail. These arrived a couple days ago, and yeah, you can now see his brand new logo.
He was going to join us this evening, but he hasn't got home from work in time to join us. So.
Yeah, sadly. Is there any reason I've swapped sides? Nope. Not
Just
at all.
for the sake of it.
Yeah, Luciano just thought it would be fun, you know? So the first one we've got is either the Sticky Willy or the Stingy Willy. Oh, sorry, the Stinky Willy or the Sticky Willy. Oh, it's something. I am struggling to read it and be sure of what it says.
We'll call it the Stinky Winky.
Okay, the Stinky Winky it is.
Just for the sake of it.
So this is smoked honey, and apparently also contains passata, which is tomato, onion, red wine vinegar, cherry cola, bell pepper, dark brown sugar, honey, mixed chilies, garlic, salt, paprika, and liquid smoke.
It says stingy.
Kevin's saying either stingy or stingy. I'm not sure which.
Okay.
Stingy? Stingy.
Its heat is apparently 2 out of 5, though I don't know exactly what to expect from that.
He means Kevin's 2 out of 5, so it's probably about a 5 out of 10.
Oh, we'll find out, won't we?
Even James
Nice little bit of a pop when I open it, so clearly got a good seal on it.
looks
The
like it's got a
smell
good
is very
thickness.
peppery, but also nice and sweet and smoky. It's a very peppery barbecue sauce smell. So let's see how it pours. That looks like it's relatively on the thin side for a barbecue sauce, but it's still got a good stickiness to it. And it's a nice reddish shade of brown. So I'm happy with how that looks and how that smells. Let's see how it tastes. Sweet molassesy. The moment I'm done putting it in my mouth, I can feel the heat. The 2 definitely has, well, it has some noticeable spice to it. That's got, yeah, it's a pleasant kick. I wouldn't say the cherry comes through quite as much as I might like, but probably because it's cherry cola, which is only a little bit cherry to begin with. Now, I might actually like a little bit more cherry in that, but
Irene has just says it was a little bit
Every
warmer
barbecue.
than what she was expecting from what he'd said it was.
yeah, it was a little bit warmer than I was expecting as well. It's nothing crazy, but
So it's about what I was expecting. Then.
maybe.
I was going off his tolerance.
Yeah, I'd say that's quite pleasant, though. Looks like lava, says Adele. It's not quite that red.
I like the way you mentioned molasses. Does it actually contain molasses?
If it doesn't, it contains cooked down brown sugar, which creates a lot of the same thing. Yeah, dark brown sugar we've got. So I don't think it actually has molasses as an ingredient, but I think the dark brown sugar contains molasses. And then, so that's a 2 out of 5. What's a 3 out of 5? We have his Dirty Willy this time, which I definitely can read.
Yeah, no mistake on that one's name.
This is caramelized onions, tomatoes, cider vinegar, bell peppers, pomegranate molasses, blueberries, garlic, paprika, salt, mixed chilies, and brown sugar. Yep. Similar sort of sound of opening it as the last one.
How does it smell?
More savory than the last, certainly.
It looks a lot darker.
It does, doesn't it? And definitely not as red. I'm not sure what to make of that smell, to be honest. But let's see how it pours, I guess. Come on. Come on. There we go. This is a lot thicker than the last. You can see it holding its shape above the spoon.
That one is telling me just by the looks of it that it needs dipping ribs in it and shoving in a barbecue.
Sounds like it. There's a definite savory pepper quality in that, but there is also some nice sweet fruit in there too. It's not as sweet as the last one, certainly, but yeah, I don't like the bell pepper aftertaste in that. That's the one thing I'm not keen on. Other than that, I do like what the blueberry does for it. And yeah, it's very thick, this one.
That one looked more interesting, but the first one sounds more interesting.
Yeah, I think I preferred the first one. Also, this one has some serious lingering heat to it.
It's not say
crazy,
that one's a 3 out of a 5.
I'm definitely feeling it across my tongue. And it's not going anywhere. I'll give it a second or so.
Oi, Dean.
Yeah, I won't move on to the next one right away because that one's still quite hot.
Yeah, let the flavours dissipate before. Grab it, wiggle in my mouth, see what I can do without knocking it. There we go.
Yeah, that was for the first one.
Touch warmer than expected, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have some of my milk, actually.
But with the heat rating only being out of 5, 3 out of 5 is quite warm anyway, and
Yeah, it's above a middle.
yeah.
So yeah, I get that. 3 out of 5 being sensible hot. Makes sense. I don't think he sent me anything beyond a 3 out of 5. No. The next one's actually back down to a 2.
Oh, this could be a pleasant break from them.
The next one is the Fizzy Wizzy. So the Fizzy Willy. And this one is made in conjunction with Dan Reed of Chili of the Valley. Apparently it was made in his kitchen, and therefore this is actually something that Melvin is able to sell.
I remember seeing this one, seeing some pictures going up of them together down in the kitchen.
Right. So yeah, this will be going on the market shortly, I think. Might already be out for purchase, I'm not totally sure.
Read Ray's comment before Coran tested.
What's this?
Right. Yeah, but not this one. This one's the lower one.
Oh, the Dirty Willy I would have absolutely said was a sensible person's hot. It's not crazy, but it's definitely hot. The stingy, not quite so much. The stingy's more of a high medium kind of thing. This one we'll see in a moment. Yeah, this is made in conjunction with Dan Reed of Chili of the Valley. It'll be for sale shortly, I believe. And apparently, any funds raised by this are going to go towards Dan Reed's children's charity project. So,
Children of the Valley. It's not actually Dan Reed.
Children of the Valley.
It's the kids that have done it all themselves. Pretty amazing,
Yeah.
really.
I don't believe they're involved in the making of this, but that project is where the money's going. If any of you like the sound of it. So this one is smoky cola, bourbon, red wine vinegar, onion, chopped tomatoes, cola and bourbon, dark muscovado sugar, mixed chilies, tomato powder, liquid smoke, garlic, and salt. Honestly, I just like how high up the cola and bourbon are in that. That's what it's selling on, and it sounds good. Oh, you can definitely smell the bourbon in there and a little bit of the cola. That is rich and dark, and yes. I'm going to enjoy this one, I'm sure. Oh,
That came out a bit quicker than I was
Took a bit to get
expecting.
going, but it's not that thin.
See you later, Irina.
Yep. Seems to have about as much of a kick as the first one did. So, again, what I'd call a high medium. But yeah, definitely has the bourbon in it as well. That's going to go. And you said the last one over your ribs. This is going to go well over your ribs as well. But I also reckon it's going to go well with something like a chili. And most things you'd put a barbecue sauce on, really. To be honest.
Has it got a strong pepper forward taste, or can you not taste the peppers?
I don't think it's overly peppery. I'm going to have a little bit more, though. Always helps to answer your questions.
The reason I ask is because if a sauce is peppery forward, I tend to use it to rescue a poorly made sausage casserole because it brings the flavour of the sausage casserole out.
I can see that. I wouldn't say this is overly pepper forward, but you can definitely taste the pepper a bit quite early on. So
could rescue a
I
sausage
think it
casserole.
could work. And yeah, it's definitely not as sweet as the stingy.
Kevin's saying it works good on burgers. Burgers, bit of cheese, bit of relish.
Yes, definitely.
Basically, just chuck your ketchup in the bin and use that instead.
I wouldn't say it's quite ketchup, but anywhere you'd use barbecue sauce over ketchup, you can definitely use this instead. And
well, for me, that would be breakfast, fried breakfast.
You know what? Yes. Absolutely yes.
Where it would go for me then.
Absolutely over your full English. I'm glad, Kevin. Thanks. There is one final thing he sent me, but this one we won't be trying today. This is his Willy Oil, which is, as you can see, very full of chilies. They're apparently Thai dragon and submarine chilies, which is interesting because I've not come across submarine before. I will have to look into that before trying them. But they glint wonderfully under my lights. They do honestly look quite beautiful.
It looks remarkably clear as well still, considering of how much chili is packed into there.
Well, that's the thing. This is a freshly packed bottle, so it needs a few weeks to infuse, apparently. So I won't be opening it today, but you will see it again in the not-too-distant future. So just be aware of that, I guess.
Like I'll remember.
Yeah. Well, we know you didn't remember that we were seeing Kevin's stuff today, did you?
I didn't. Stu said put him down for a bottle. Now what you munching? I didn't see that.
I'll look a little bit more Cross Bun.
So, out of the sauces you've tried today, I think for me the first one still bordering on the winner, but what would you say?
The stingy. Honestly, the stingy is a very usable barbecue sauce, but I do like the bourbon in there. So I'm going with that one. The fizzy.
I can imagine how that would work well, very slow cooked, basted over something and roasted and so the flavours develop. But you're still back on the hot cross buns.
Yep.
Would any of those sauces go well on that hot cross bun?
I doubt it, to be honest.
I didn't think so neither. As soon as you said it was a hot cross bun with curry flavours in there, it was like...
This one's more of a chutney or a chili jam or something.
Oh, yeah. A sweet chutney. That sounds like a possibility.
Let's see what I have on the shelf behind me. Now I have Firemite and pickles.
Dean Marshall says, bless you.
The Jam Man ones, and I'm saving them for next week. Oh, you got a new thing, Kevin.
Them hot cross buns seem to be a lot nicer than they originally sounded. Or you're hungry.
The toasted ones are so much nicer, but also you just can't leave food in front of me. Let's be real.
Adele, you found a friend.
Well,
You can't leave food in front of Coran either. We'll just sit you opposite the table and see who fights.
I've got bigger hands.
She's a food addict.
Right,
Not
I can't
really.
lose weight.
Well, I am for some things, and
I can't taste too nice.
I get jealous when I see some people eating certain things, and I know I can't eat them. And I do get a little bit jealous, especially crunchy things. You know, when you see somebody eating something that's gone crunch,
Yeah.
crunch,
Yeah.
crunch. I'm sat watching them.
Me with a pork crackling.
Know how
I
you'd
want
have
some.
that.
I want some.
Me with a pork crackling.
Mm.
Yeah, like you have got pork crackling and stuff. Like, I can't have none of that.
Yeah, that's all I've got to show off today. So, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, there's these beds and there's these bees, and sometimes
Are you really doing this?
no, I wouldn't
think
have a
so.
clue where to start. I
Didn't
never
think-
understood it myself.
Well, I never got that version of the story, so I don't actually know how it goes either.
Oh, well, there you go then.
But yeah,
So
there we
I
go.
think with that we should probably just vanish, shouldn't we?
Probably, but thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll catch you again next week.
We will. Only next week, Coran's going to have control of this because we're going to find out
What?
a way of handing control over StreamYard to Coran,
What?
so that he can bring up his own links and stuff, so that we can get a bit more professional.
I wasn't warned about this.
I'm warning you now.
Yeah, you are actually.
Boy, listen.
That's fair.
So yeah, we're going to try and hand it over to Coran so he can do it a bit more professionally, and we can lose this amateurish. Because I'm never on the ball. I can't bring the comments up. I don't get all these little links up anymore. But Coran could, because he knows what he's doing, so he'll be researched and he'll be able to bring them up. Boom, boom, boom.
I can try.
Sounds fair to me anyway. See you later, dude.
See you.
I love dropping something on. Anyway, I'm going to get myself out, mute Chilli-heads, News to the Sun, and that was Coran the Spice Free Sauce. See you later, guys. Boom, boom, boom.